when that anxiety kicks in, it is fearful. It makes you feel exactly like you're not going to have enough. And the thing about it is, other people without the disorders don't understand that it's a real emotion to you. It's a real valid feeling to you, although it's not to others. It's easy for some people to just say, well, look, throw it away. You know, you don't need it, throw it away. But when you deal with someone who's already suffering with anxiety and depression, removing that clutter can, it could cause some horrible things to happen. It could cause suicidal thoughts. It could cause unworthy thoughts. It could cause low self-esteem. So when you're handling somebody who is a little clutter bug, you have to be careful. You have to be mindful that we all think different. None of us think alike. And some of the reasons why, another reason why someone may hold on to extra clutter is because of that guilt feeling, that guilt feeling of, I brought it, guilt and shame. I brought it, so I got to use it till I wear it out. Now, that's another word you got to be careful of, is holding on to things because you're just waiting for it to wear out. And how about gifts? Some gifts that people give. People can give you gifts and you hold on to it just because that person gave it to you. Not necessarily because you like the gift, but it's just because of who gave it to you that you're holding on to the gift. And meanwhile, you have this closet full of gifts over here that you really don't need. They're just sitting there. You can't even use it, but because of who gave it to you, and you are attached to it. You have that emotional attachment. And the shame is whenever, you don't want to tell people that this is where I'm at in life. You may not even want to say, I need help cleaning my house, because you have been around other relatives and friends who have criticized and belittled others for the same thing. So now you're ashamed to come out and ask for help, and to say that, I'm not all where I'm supposed to be with my home. Can you help me? It's hard to ask for help when you have been around people who have hypocritical values, Generational terms, though, like what I just used, can keep you in bondage whenever you're trying to pass something down from generation to generation, home to home. It could be a way of trapping you in bondage. Sometimes you just need to trust God and let things go. There was a Great Depression back in the days, in the early 1900s, and many of our great-grandmothers and grandfathers and stuff, they had no choice. They had to save for a rainy day, because during that time, it was all kind of things going on. They did not have enough. But today in 2021, we have enough. We have enough. And, we don't have to live out their life. See, that's a projection that they have put onto us, making us feel like that's where we need to be. And a lot of us grew up like that, feeling like, well, this is where I got to be because my grandmother held on to this. Now I got to hold on to it. And if you really look closely at your kitchen, you will find yourself saving fatback grease, saving bacon grease, talking about well, this for the greens, this for the yams. But sometimes, it's better to let it go than to hold on to it, especially when a lot of us have high blood pressure and all that bad stuff and diabetes. Do you really need to hold on to that grease for a rainy day? Really? Okay, so I want to give you an example, because I do think personally that when someone clutters, it is a personal behavior. It's a personal behavior problem. And for me, I never was disciplined in that area of putting stuff away, because I come from a line of women who just hold on to everything. Women who would actually be labeled as, could be, I don't know, hoarders or something like that, So, and my grandmother was actually born in the time of the Great Depression, so she learned to hold on to a lot of things during that time growing up. And so, when I became aware of my behavior, I'm going to tell y'all how bad it was. And I can laugh about it now, and you'll be able to laugh about your storm too soon. But when I first became aware that I was actually becoming a little mini hoarder, I would say, was when in 2016, when I had to absolutely stay home. I could not go out and, go to programs, go to shows and stuff. I had to stay home because, something had happened with my stomach. And my daughter comes in to clean up, and, she hasn't been in here in a while and really looked around to see what was here. And she came in and she said, "Oh my God, Mom, what is this?" And in the back of me was nothing but a table full of canned goods. It was cabinets full of canned goods from the front to the back. When they left out of here, they probably took out over 200 canned goods. And those canned goods were very old. I'm talking about when they started reading the date said 1998. It said 1998. And at that time, I had not been to therapy. I hadn't got any help. I didn't even realize that that was a behavior issue at that time. But that's how long, that I put up with that. Those canned goods I had been saving since 97. Since my first relationship, that I had. And so we got to be mindful and be careful of the things that, we hold on to and see if there's any real value in it.